YouTube. We're live on Facebook, so please subscribe to the Coach Clee page on YouTube. Please like the Coach Clee page on Facebook. And also, at the end of this live, don't do it right now, I'll make sure the link is tagged above at workwithclee.com. And that is my personal website. And on that website, you will see my pride and joy, my baby. Make sure I got it right. Oh, I got it right. March 4th. It's a book that I wrote on my own. It's a motivational empowerment book on finding your own breakthrough. We talk about toxic people, toxic situations. We talk about courage. We talked about eating healthy. This is a wonderful book to start off the new year with. And we got another book that should be dropping real soon. I don't want to talk about it, and I know I talked about it enough, but we're dropping that one real soon. But check that out. That's on the website. That's also on Amazon.com. Jason Brown, Herb Thompson, Clarence Stokes, and myself, we all collabed on this book right here, No Shade, All Light. It's 25 of our favorite quotes and what they mean to us. So there's over 100 quotes in this book with meaning. So those of you that like to wake up and read a chapter at a time or a quote at a time to start your day, this is the perfect book for that. And also on the website, check out the gear, the Coach Clee apparel. This is a custom-made shirt. I keep forgetting. No. So if you want some custom gear, let me know. Inbox me, shoot me a text, or get a hold of me. We will mail it anywhere that you are. But let me know. We see if we have your size. We will get that to you. And on the website is Stark Alkaline Water along with other Stark products. Stark Alkaline Water, we'll discuss that momentarily, but that's on the website too. What?
I'm just looking at the comments because I can see the comments.
I can't see the comments.
Coach Clee can't see the comments.
Nope.
Jamon, we know the book is on here.
All of my business. All of my business.
We're just showing the physical book itself.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Me too.
You know, but I know what I'm not forgetting. I already know what I need to know what the energy levels are.
Oh, duh.
I need to know what the energy levels are. So if you had a good day today, I need you to put a 1 in the comments section. Put a 1 in the comments section if you had a good day today. And that's what I'm gonna put at the end of this live when I get to it and edit it and all that other stuff. But you know, I don't believe in bad days, and I know you know this. I like to call them character building days because you can always learn from them. You can grow from them. They're necessary because if you have a quote unquote bad day, you appreciate the good days that much better. So if you had a quote unquote bad day, I like to call them character building days. Put a 2.
That's me. He didn't ask me yet, but
no.
It's definitely been character building.
Yes, it has. She walked in here with a whole... But put a 2 in the comment section if you had a character building day. Put a 2 in the comment section if you had a character building day. It looks like a peace sign. What?
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
What?
You did 2 like a long time. What's next?
What?
Go ahead. I was going to say something. Go ahead.
See, this is how the show gets disruptive. And this is how, you know, certain things get messed up, but we're going to keep moving forward, or like I like to say, we're going to keep marching forward. If you had an outstanding day, I need you to put a 0 in that something. Put a 0 in the comment section if you had an outstanding day. It's kind of like this is a bubble, and you're right there in the middle of that bubble, and nothing can penetrate that. So I'm going to put a 1 at the end of this live, and you're going to put a 2?
I'm going to put a 2. It's been a very, very much so a character building day. But it's getting better.
Good.
So
I told you.
I'm feeling better.
Good.
It's the lights, all these lights in this room.
We
have another
you have no idea what the lab looks like right now. But I'm glad that your character building day will change. Hopefully tomorrow it will be a better day for you. And I will ask the guests, our special guests, what kind of day they had also when they're in the hot seat. But right now, I'm going to move this part of the show. Yeah, I'm going to highlight you to Shayla right now because she has some announcements.
Jamon, thank you for saying I'm glowing, but it probably is really these lights. So, ladies, if you're looking for a new place to go to get your hair done, or you want to try something different, or fellas, if you want to treat the special lady in your life, or if you want to go for services, make sure you check out Once Upon a Rose. They are located at 4601 Locust Lane in Harrisburg. It's Suite 105. You can call for appointments. The number is 717-651-0319. Rosetta Williams is the owner, and she was on here a couple weeks ago. I'm looking at Coach Clee, but you can't see him.
Yeah, so, I zoomed myself out. I'm back in the background dancing.
Anyway, I just think it's a nice place to go, and we have the Valentine's Days coming up. Maybe you could treat somebody in your life something special. It doesn't have to be a significant other. It could be your mom, your sister, brother, friend, whoever. And I also want to give a special shout out to Vera Cornish and the Urban Connection, who put on the Access and Opportunity Breakfast this past Monday. I'm all messed up because I had that Monday and then I was off. But it was a great breakfast. I think it was a nice time to see some individuals in the community that I haven't seen in a while. She always pulls a great crowd, great conversation on the stage. I got to share the stage with some amazing individuals that are in this area. So it's always nice to network and meet new people. So that's it.
Good job. I appreciate it. I'm gonna move this back. Oh, can I do it? I did it. Did it like a champ.
Just on you?
I'm kind of, yeah, it is, but it's kind of,
What are you doing? Oh, see.
I messed it up. Hold on. I'm learning. There we go. It's even better. Even better. Yep, you are zoomed out. You can go ahead and do your thing. Wonderful job. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Right now, we will be transitioning to the special guest right now. She is a mother. She's a grandmother. She is an insurance underwriter and a former maintenance admin for Verizon. She studied accounting at the University of Phoenix. She is an East High graduate. She's also a member of the National Council of Negro Women, and she has a heroic story and a heroic health. She's overcame heroic health issues. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, please. I know we don't have a studio audience. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some hearts for Jaime Roberts. She's in the lab. Give her some thumbs up. Give her some thumbs up if you were on camera. Give her some hearts real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, Jaime Roberts is in the lab. Jaime, thank you for coming to the studio today.
Thank you for
Get a high five.
having me.
Is this your first time live?
First time live, first time being interviewed.
Okay.
Because like literally when you text me, it was like, hey, I want to interview. I'm like, what am I going to talk about? I was like, I saw John, but he had something to talk about. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but you know.
But you came through and we're going to make it happen. I
Okay.
appreciate you saying yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, and I know I touched on some points real quick, but can you dive a little deeper and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Just like you said, I'm a mother.
Mm-hmm.
I have two girls, 22 and 20.
Okay.
Jalen's my oldest. She works full time, and she has a son just there, so I'm a grandma.
Okay.
I'm a Mimi. I'm not a grandma. I'm a Mimi.
Okay. The new term.
That's right. And then my youngest is Justin, and she plays basketball at Westchester.
Okay.
I have an adopted son, Quincy, just in case he's watching. He's my son, so I just call him my son.
And I bet they all keep you very busy.
Yes. Especially my grandson, who thinks I'm like his new best friend.
See, and that means you're very playful too.
If that's what you want to say.
Absolutely. But I'm sitting hot up under these lights, and I need to take a sip of this water. So can you join me in taking a sip of this water right here? Have you ever had Stark Alkaline water before?
I have not. So what is the big benefit of the Alkaline? Because I've heard that before.
This is a healthier version of water because Stark Alkaline water helps neutralize the acid in your body.
Okay.
So the more acid that diseases thrive in an acidic body, like cancers, common cold, flus, so many different things thrive in an acidic body.
Okay.
If you can neutralize the acid in your body, you're actually healthier, you're more energetic, you lose weight, you help your immune system actually work better.
I'm carrying down this bottle right now.
What? See? And then we get the behind the scenes stuff where I told you something's going to happen, right? Your face is going to be...
Am I allowed to talk?
Yes, do we have questions coming in?
No, I'm just saying there's a lot of people that we should shout out being on. Jamon, Tammy, Jennifer Stretch, Chris Harris, Stanley Washington. Yeah, he said... She's right. With the
Yes, with the E's all long.
Yes,
That's how he does it. That's how he does it. Yes.
Okay. That's it.
Oh, thank you for the shout outs. I appreciate that. And since most of you already know we got the new equipment, so I can't see the comments. So we're gonna have the comments. If you keep your questions coming in, keep your comments coming in. They will be mentioned throughout the course of this live. They will be mentioned off screen. So back to Jaime. Jaime, can you tell us a little bit about motherhood and actually being in corporate America and being a mother also, raising children?
Working, I think, anywhere is hard, raising kids. When I worked at Verizon, my shift was never the same.
Okay.
There you work like 7 to 3, 8 to 5, 9 to 6, 1 to 9, overnight, whatever. So in that phase, it was actually a little bit better because of the fact that the kid's dad had an opposite.
Okay.
So he would work overnight and be able to pick them up, and I got them off in the morning.
Gotcha.
So that did honestly help me out a lot. But corporate America, period, is hard. It's hard for women, black women especially. My last job, I worked as an underwriter. I think I was the only black woman in the building.
Oh, yeah?
That was it. There was a black man, and I was the only black woman.
How was that?
That was hard.
Yeah?
Because people, I think sometimes they assume the worst. They thought, oh, who is she, and blah, 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 and she's coming in here, and they're like, now you're threatened because I come and I'm dressed decent. You're intelligent in talking. you know things. It's just like, well, how'd you know that? You're like, I got a degree. Like, that's how I know. I went to school.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, corporate America is actually hard. But don't get me wrong, I would not change anything that I've done, because everything and every job I've had has gotten me to where I'm at now.
It's like a stepping stone, led you further and further.
Right.
Okay. How many, or what occupations can you tell us from the ground level all the way up until where you're at right now? All the many jobs that you've done.
I worked at Verizon
Mm-hmm.
straight out of high school, and I worked there for like 11 years. And there I was called what they call a maintenance administrator. So I dispatch technicians,
Okay.
send them out if you got a home phone,
Mm-hmm.
which now seems to be obsolete. So I'll probably like lost my job or something. But they would come and install, repair your home, the lines outside, maintain those. So that's what I did for Verizon for 11 years. I worked at Wells Fargo briefly as a teller.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a job at Prudential as a, what they call a financial associate professional.
Okay.
So basically I sold insurance, retirement, annuities, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Left there and I worked at, it's called Eastern Atlantic. It's a building off of Dairy Street, and the gentleman that owns Fine Line Homes owns this company.
Okay.
And the way he got this company was basically because everybody would tell him, you can't do that, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, fine, I'll just put my money where my mouth is. You
And do
can't, yeah. And he did it.
Nice.
So he literally went from nothing
Mm-hmm.
to everything
Mm-hmm.
just because someone told him he couldn't do something.
Gotta love
So,
the nose.
right.
Gotta love the nose.
So I like literally learned a lot there, learned a lot from him.
Mm-hmm.
He has a book.
Okay.
So I've read through. I don't think I've read page to page, cover to cover,
Mm-hmm.
but I've read through the book, and so a lot of that actually got me motivated.
Gotcha.
So it was like, well, dang, somebody told him he couldn't do something, and and I know for some people it's a little easier than it is for others,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like, okay, so then there is something out there better for me.
Well, you
So-
remember what the name of his book?
Is it called like Number 2 Pencil?
Okay.
But his name is Mr. Palmer, George Palmer.
Okay.
He has the Palmer Group, so he has like Fine Line Homes,
Mm-hmm.
Eastern Atlantic, Western Pacific. He has a couple renovation companies
Mm-hmm.
that he owns. He owns a lot of things, like all within the home building business, except some of the part that I worked at, we did insurance for truck drivers, underwriting for truck drivers.
Okay.
And some for home warranties for builders.
Okay.
So yes, I learned a lot there. But with my major being accounting,
Mm-hmm.
underwriting was okay, but it wasn't, I still didn't feel comfortable. Like I wasn't
That
like
your niche.
that, this is not what I went to school and earned a degree for.
Right.
So now I'm at the state in the insurance department as a financial analyst.
You're right, and I had that on there too, and I forgot to mention that during the announcements. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. You should have reminded me. I didn't say that.
But being a financial analyst is a lot more in my field.
Okay.
I'm looking at financial statements. So the company I used to work for, Eastern Atlantic, they have an insurance company.
Mm-hmm.
So I would look at their financial statements yearly, quarterly, determine if their investments are right, determine if they have enough money to continue the business.
Okay.
If I see something wrong, I could be like, suggest, hey, you should do this. Because in the state of Pennsylvania, they like literally, which I didn't know before, they really regulate the insurance industry.
Okay.
Like a lot of things, some people, have issues with their insurance company. And I mean, I was there too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, well, that's because they're really not able to make the decision. The state makes the decisions for them.
Wow.
Not to say, oh, you can sell to this person, that person, or whatever. But it's just like basically every part of the entity, you have to make sure all of your licenses are in line. You have to make sure your business is profitable and earning something. So now I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Gotcha. A lot of behind the scenes.
Yeah, it is.
Seems like it goes on.
It is.
Okay. How long have you been there?
I have been there since May, so I'll have a year this coming May.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
And I know that you also do, what do you consider that, part-time or on Sundays?
Yes, I'm at the Manor House on Sundays. Right now we're
great.
closed for January, but we will be opening up February 2nd.
Okay.
So yes, and I love that because I meet a lot of people, and it's crazy because like I see people out and they be like, "Excuse me, Miss Manna," and I'm like, I don't answer, and then they're like, "Excuse me," I'm like, "Oh," like someone came up to the grocery store to me the other day and was like, "When y'all gonna open it back up? Y'all need to hurry up and open up," and I'm like, "Oh hi," you know?
I know, right?
And everybody's looking at me like, "Who are you?" That he came running through the aisle like that. So. But yeah, I enjoy that job also. I enjoy working with the guys. Mr. Fry sits next to me, so
Okay.
I have a ball with him every Sunday.
Sit there and have a pastime.
Yes.
How long have you been working there?
Justin will be in school 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. I thought you were there a little longer.
Since she left, when she graduated, they picked me up.
Gotcha.
So yes.
So I know that you're a local business supporter. Like we talked off camera. She has on one of my shirts too, by the way. Bam, show him, let him see it. That money dance. Oh, you did it. But I know there's a lot of local small businesses around, and you express your interest on how you'd like to show your love toward them. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
It was years ago. I think I decided I'm going to try to support more Black businesses. And don't get me wrong. At first, it was really hard because there's a few bad apples that kind of spoil it for everybody, and I got caught up in that. And then I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter because no matter where I go, if I go to a mechanic or if I go to the dry cleaner, if I go to a grocery store, whatever, if I don't like one, I'm going to the next. So if something doesn't vibe with me, okay, leave you alone. I'll go somewhere else. So there's a lot of people that people put stuff on Facebook, and I share it along, make sure people know stuff, jobs, definitely, because I know people who need jobs, and there are people looking for better jobs. So I've done you. I've had who else? I just bought a t-shirt from Todd Phillips, who owns True Legend. Just got a t-shirt from him.
He's doing big things.
Yes, most definitely. And just like literally, Jason Bear, he has the mental awareness t-shirts. I have 2 of those, and I'm trying to get 2 custom ones made. I was like, if you make these for me, don't make them for nobody else.
No, I gotta.
That's how I am. Yes, that's how I am. So yeah, anybody who's coming out with something, doing something, and it's positive, and you're working with the community and doing all that stuff, I don't mind. I don't mind.
And the support goes. It feels good to have. Trust me, and it goes a long way. The littlest things that really do go a long way, because I mean, like a lot of people feel that it's competitive, but it really isn't, because the sun shines on all of us just the same. The rain hits us all just the same. So everyone's working, but we're all building a nice, happy community. We're just different bricks in the same wall.
Right. And I don't really think that we should compete, because there's no need to compete. Like, you can do something and I can do something and it'd be the same thing, but yours is different than mine. It's different. No matter whether we doing the same thing, it's different. So therefore, instead of us competing, maybe get together.
Collaborations.
I mean, have something, and I know this has probably happened, but I'm not real social when it comes to going out and doing things. But like, get all the Black people in the forum, or the gym, or something, the farm show, whatever. Let us spread our time. Let us show the community what we have and what's out there. Because I don't know everything. So a lot of times, the things I do know, I go on word of mouth. If I call you, I need a plumber. Boom. I don't know a plumber. You know what I mean? If I need this,
I know 2 guys. Look you up with one. See if it works out.
Right. So yeah, that's basically how it goes for me. So if somebody asks me, I'll be like, oh, such and such, just let them know I sent you. You ain't getting no discount, but just let them know so they know that I'm supportive. You ain't getting no discount though.
Get my name back out there, absolutely.
So.
And I see you looking. Any comments or questions? We're good? Okay, thank you. So tell me about the National Council of Negro Women. What's that all about? And how long have you been on that?
I have actually just kind of joined in September.
Okay.
My daughter
Really?
Justin, she was a part of the charter member in Westchester.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were there, me and my mom were like, well, why don't we have this in Harrisburg? Like, why does everybody have this and we don't? And we did find out that like Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, a lot of collegiates have it, and we don't. Like, we're the capital and we don't have this.
Yeah.
So,
Surprise.
Yes. So it's been a struggle trying to get people to participate, but I've gotten people to participate. Matter of fact, I've gotten your mom and your sister interested in everything, your niece Miracle.
Okay.
So hopefully.
Throw it out.
Oh,
It's the first time I'm hearing about it. Wow.
Really?
It is.
Okay. So, well, yes, they are, they've come to meetings. So just trying to get black women together, but it's not just black women. Like, men can be a part of it too, which I did find out. But just trying to get us together for us to take care of ourselves. Like I'm definitely gonna mess this up, but we strive on economic, health, community service and civil.
Okay.
So we're all about that, all about black women, what black women need, because we're literally taking care of the whole family. And I know this in particular, where you just take care of everybody and you're there for everybody, and then it's like, but then at some point you don't take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And if I don't take care of me, I'm no good to nobody.
Exactly. And I give the example with if you're in the car, you always have to put gas in the car, otherwise eventually you're gonna run out. You're no good to any of the passengers in the car. Right. Absolutely.
So just trying to, we're going to try to have some meetings in February, so I'll have that on Facebook and I'll send you something so you can post. Gotcha. But to get our membership up so we can get this moving, because we've been working on it and we've got close. We're supposed to have 25 members and we have close to it, but we're not still there.
Okay.
So she was like, well, if it's not done by the end of the year, we're going to give up. And I'm like, I don't really like to give up. Like, if I don't be a part of it at all, I'll need to see it get off the ground. So I'm definitely going to contact her this week and be like, look, I'm not for that December was it thing. You just give me, I'll tell you when we ready.
I know, right?
I'll get it together and let you know.
We may not be running, but we still walking.
Right. So, and the fact that the lady Sharon, she comes from like East Stroudsburg. So I don't want you coming down here unnecessarily all the time, and I have like 2-3 people at a meeting. So once I have everybody in place, and a lot of things now we're starting to do over the phone. So yeah, we're trying, and I'm definitely, so if anybody is ever interested, just let me know.
Okay.
Like I said, men, women, the only thing a man cannot do in the group is vote. That's the only thing. Anything else you can do. So
if you had some interested anyone on the live right now who is interested, is okay if they inbox you? Your name will be tagged in the header eventually, but they can inbox you or get in contact with you somehow for more information?
Yep.
Okay.
Inbox me is fine, and I'll definitely get back to you ASAP.
Okay, cool. And I know we talk about what women need in this council itself, and you're taking care of the families. But what kind of health issues have you had in the process in the course of you being an adult or being a mom or working or just trying to be out here in the world?
Well, I've had 2 kidney transplants. One in 2004. My mom's sister, my Karen, gave me a kidney.
Okay.
And my immune system, I must have been young because my immune system fought real hard.
Oh, really?
And rejected it.
Wow.
I had it for like 3 years, and it fought. Those whole 3 years, I was like in and out of the hospital because it was fighting. I just received another one in 2014.
Okay.
So that one was a swap down at Johns Hopkins. My mom gave up one of her kidneys to give to someone in Pittsburgh, and whoever was with them gave me a kidney.
Okay.
So we did that. That worked out wonderful. I've had that for 5 years. It'll be 5 years in April.
Okay, nice.
So I'm not really, have had some issues like recently, but nothing that's gonna cause me hopefully to reject or anything like that.
That's good news. That's good news.
Yeah, so like if you have questions on that, because there was a lot of people that I didn't realize how many people had kidney disease until I started talking about it. And that's why, like, my health is not an off-subject thing, because you just don't know how
can you explain it to us? Because it's brand new to me, honestly.
Okay.
I don't know too much about it, to be honest.
The disease I had, I was pretty much, it was something that happened when I was born.
Okay.
And the doctors told my mom that I would outgrow it. And I never did. So I was going to get it fixed before I had my oldest daughter. And I got pregnant with her, so I couldn't do it. And then after that, I didn't have any problems. So I just thought it was fine. Well, after my youngest was born, she was 3, I had to have a hysterectomy.
Wow. Okay.
I had a hysterectomy, and going into the operating room, the lady's like, is there anything we should be worried about? And I was like, no, they said I had some kidney problems, but that's it. And I literally had the antibiotic that they gave me shut my kidneys completely down.
Wow.
So I had the surgery in like February. By October, I was on dialysis.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah. So once they did my first surgery, the doctor took both kidneys out. So I have none of my native kidneys, and I only have the one that is transplanted. But yeah, dialysis is not fun. First time I went through it was 10 months. Second time it was 7 years. It's not fun. It's hard, and especially with kids and still working. You know what I mean? Like after dialysis, I go in the bathroom, I change my clothes, I get ready for work. They're like, "You like Superman coming out the bathroom?" But
you do what you got to do.
You just have to do it. Like I was the only parent, so I couldn't not work or take care of them. So it was just something I did. And to tell you the honest to God truth, like looking back, I don't know how I did it, but it happened. I did it.
Well, congratulations to you. I can only imagine what the pain or just being tired or just the headaches, small things,
right,
that turn into a huge headache with the amount of annoyance that you went through.
Right, yeah, it is. I mean, it is, but when you have to do it and you have to depend on that machine, at least I have the machine to keep me alive. People who have heart issues or liver issues, they don't have anything. You know what I mean? So I just thank God that I was able to have that. Because like when I went to my transplant at Hopkins, there was a gentleman there who had his kidney for 25 years. But he said when he first went on dialysis, there were only 3 dialysis centers in the whole country.
Wow. So
if you had to go to dialysis, you had to get to one of those centers.
Yeah.
So like now, I can think of like maybe 5 or 10 just in the Harrisburg area, just off the top of my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now it just seems like it's more of a common thing. And the other thing I thank God is that it's not hereditary. So my kids don't have to worry about
that's good.
getting whatever it is that I had. So.
Wow, I like hearing success stories, and I know that you talked off camera about having a high pain threshold, and I believe that may have helped you get through a lot of issues, just day by day issues itself. So
because dialysis itself makes you tired, it drains you. They're pulling your blood out and putting it back in, and depending on the rate and depending on the person's body, you just don't know how much of that you can take.
Right.
So I just thank God that. He saw me through that process and allowed me. Now, mind you, at the end of the 7 years, I started to get tired. I started. But other than that, I kind of like worked through the whole thing.
Wow. That's amazing. I had no idea that you were going through all that, too. I think I've known you since at least middle school or sometime around, because we would be involved in a lot of events together.
Yep.
And don't ask me what they are. I don't remember, but it was a
Jack
few.
and Jill's probably the only one I know.
That I remember that,
but we were probably in other things.
I know a lot of church events and eventually collaborations and all that. So wow.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. So I'm gonna jump ahead to my next question. If there is let's just say there's a little boy or a little girl, 7 years old, so on the other end of this camera, they're looking at you, and they're looking at you like Superwoman, and their jaw hits the ground, their eyes are wide open. They say, "I want to be just like her when I grow up." What advice would you give them?
I think through everything I've been through, faith. It's people can say have faith, and you'd be like, yeah, okay, faith, whatever. Yeah, I got faith, but you just don't know until you go through something how your faith is tested. And I think at one point I was just like, God, whatever you decide, that's what it is. because like there were things that I just thought I would never come out of. There are things that my doctors like, you should not have come out.
Wow.
So therefore, I was like, it's just faith and a strong support system. Like my parents, please, my brother, my family, period. Like they were with me the whole step of the way. So
that's nice.
I didn't do it by myself. I'm not taking credit for it by myself. Like my mom and dad had to step up and be parents again, and you know, aunts and uncles, my brother, and this and that. So yeah,
makes perfect sense.
And still try to not let their lives be stopped. So yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
It takes a village.
Honey, a whole village. Yes.
And that's good advice. I'm pretty sure you're inspiring somebody right now. There's someone who's going through some issues that may be very similar or something a little different or something. I don't know. But them hearing you talk about it is giving them inspiration to keep marching forth, to keep moving forward. And we're going to take a sidestep real quick. I know you talked about the council is having, you're going to let me know some issues or events or accomplishments.
We're going to be doing, I'm going to hold some more meetings. Like I said, we're close to our 25, so I'm just going to let it out there for anybody that would like to come. I have probably almost 20 people who have actually spent their $50 and became members.
Okay.
So like I just said, it's $50 a year for nationals, and it'll be $50 for our area. I'm just looking for people who are willing to work. I'm not trying to bog anybody down with a whole bunch of meetings, because I don't like that. And I'm out to have fun. Like I'm not like trying to be like this and do it like this. Just put it together and let's go with the flow. Like, not to say that there shouldn't be any order, but not to the point where at 8:01 we're doing this and 8:15 this is going to happen. No, we're just going to go with the flow and we're going to have fun doing it. So that's basically where I'm at right now. Yeah, it does. And we get to meet other women from across the state. Like I said, there's a Philadelphia chapter, and when Justin went over, the president at Westchester, she was already in the organization, and there was like 4 or 5 generations of her family that were there. Traditional. So like when other chapters are formed, you are more than welcome to go and support them. It's almost like a sorority, but it doesn't have the strict guidelines. It could be anybody. You don't have to be college educated. You don't have to have 6 figures to be here. You don't have to, you know, it's just anyone. And it's all about women getting together, fixing our crowns, and having fun.
Empowering each other.
Yes.
Absolutely. Any comments, anything?
There is a comment from Jamon.
Okay.
He said, this is very inspirational. I was diagnosed with renal kidney disease a couple of years ago. So that's from Jamon in Texas.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you for sharing, Jamon. Please say
so, Jamon, if you want to talk, I am your girl. I talk to everybody about everything. I think my mom more recruits me for this stuff. She's always like, oh, you want to know something about this? Hold on, here's my daughter's number. And I'm like, then she's like, such and such is going to call you. Who? Wait, who?
How you meet this person?
I'm like, and you gave him what number? Like, you gave him my number? Or she, you know, but I mean, it's more because people always have questions when you don't know, and somebody who's been through it can help you. And I'd be more than welcome to help anybody. Yeah. So, yeah, that doesn't bother me at all.
Nice. Any other comments? No? Okay. Yeah, I see. You were in the zone for a minute.
It's delayed, so I'm like...
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, Jamie, let me ask you this. Are there any goals that you consider to be a big goal that you, from your past, that you thought it would take a long time to accomplish or anything, and you've already accomplished them? Is there anything like that you would like to share with us?
I'm going to probably say school.
School? Yeah.
Working at Verizon, I always took a class here, a class there. But having the kids and taking the class was hard, especially when they were at the younger ages, because they needed my attention a lot more. So after I had pancreatitis, and after that, I was like, you know what, I'm going back to school and I'm going to get my degree, because if I die, I want somebody to say I had a degree. I was like, I am not leaving this earth without a degree.
I mean, you gotta have inspiration from somewhere.
But I just felt like, because after I had that, I took off for like 2 years to recoup and everything. And I decided I might as well go back to school. So, in talking to my brother, he was like, you should go marketing. You can talk to people, you're good, blah, 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 blah. I was like, all right, cool. So I went back to University of Phoenix for marketing.
Okay.
Well, it got to the point where I had to take all the business classes, and I took the accounting class. And I finished the whole 6-week class in 2 days. All my homework, everything. I just kept going and going and going. Like, the kids were at school, so I was like, I had 8 hours. I had all that time to just do whatever. So, yeah,
2
they
days.
they went to sleep. I went. And then the next day was a Saturday, and they were with their dads. I was like, all day long, I just did it. So school is probably my biggest accomplishment right now, because I really, in high school, my mom will tell you, she was like, I knew you wasn't dumb, because I was like C's, B's, like I didn't care. And then I got to college, I'm like, oh, I can't get it. I cannot have a C.
Yes.
What? I was like, I would call professors, what can I do to get this grade back up?
You messing with my grade point average.
Exactly.
You messing with some stuff now.
So, and then on top of that, online school is so much harder than going to a class, because when I have a question, I gotta type it, wait for the professor to get back to me, so that could take 48 hours. So I had to teach myself. I looked at so many videos on so many things.
Wow.
And a lot of it is, that's how I did it, was going on YouTube, going online, looking at how do you do this, how explain this. So I get it explained in better terms, and then that was it. So I graduated with a 3.1. I could have did better, but
congratulations, you got the.
It was better than the 2.5 I had in high school. So,
it's called growth.
yes. It was like, in high school that didn't count. That didn't count
Nice.
for me.
Well, congratulations for you. So let me ask you, what do you think your end game goal is right now? If you in another year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, I don't know. What is your goal that you're striving towards right now?
I am striving to I would like to get my master's.
Okay.
Only because now I'm at the state. So before my other job, having a master's didn't matter, because there were so many people in front of me in line for, there was no growth opportunity.
Gotcha.
So there were so many people in line. By the time I actually became like maybe a supervisor, I'll be like 80 years old, still sitting at the desk. I was like, forget it. So now that I'm at the state, I love what I do now, but there could be something else out there, and I think that having that master's degree would honestly help me.
Right.
Plus, with the experience I'm experiencing now, I like my department. I'd like to move up in my department, because, like I said, right now there's 2 black girls in that department. And as a financial analyst, there's other people on the floor, but as financial analysts, there's 2 of us.
Gotcha.
So, and I go into this room and I look on the wall of past people and past leaders in my department, and none of them look like me. So I would like.
She wants
That's
a picture on the wall.
Honey, yes, right next to the governor.
It's gonna be the governor and Jamie.
That's right.
So when are you looking forward to doing this?
I
When
don't
are you gonna
know.
make that move?
Sooner than later, definitely, because my year is coming up with this job.
Gotcha.
So after your year, you can have that option to go somewhere else. So I'm definitely like, if I can make more money, have more responsibility, still like what I'm doing, I'm looking forward to that. So, but I want to be here where I'm at least a good 2-3 years max before I decide on if I'm staying or if I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So yeah.
You are a busy woman.
Yes, and then riding up and down the road to Westchester, watch my daughter play, who's currently playing. So I want to say good luck, girls.
Okay.
But yeah.
How do you find time to manage it all?
You know what? It's crazy, because I just learned how to sit down.
Yeah.
Like, just learned. Like, within the last probably year. I always, right now, am running during basketball season, but like, the kids were in things like we were. So that's all I knew. So with Girl Scouts, you have to go here. We got church. We got this. We got that. So I couldn't sit then. Then they started playing sports. So like, they were both playing basketball at one point, and Jalen then started cheering, and then Justin went to AAU basketball, so basketball became a 365 thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, now I'm thinking about it because this is her junior year, so next year will be her senior year. And I'm like, what am I going to do when there's no more basketball season?
Yeah,
like I need to pick up a kid.
What is life after basketball? I know.
Yeah, I need to pick up somebody's kid that plays something. So yeah, I'm just like wanting. I don't know. I'm just always busy, and I guess that's just the way I was raised and the way it's always been. And you know, my grandma, my nana, they always taught me like different things. So like now I'm living in my nana's house, and I would remember us going to the neighbor's house and giving them food and. I'm like, why she always pick me to do this? Like, why am I the one always gotta go over here? And
giving you planting seeds.
yeah, and she does because the man's still there. His wife has since passed, but Mr. Harold's still there, and you know, I try to look out, especially during the winter when I'm like, he needs a shovel. Somebody shovel. Somebody will call, knock on my door. Can I shovel for you? No, but you can shovel for him, and I'll pay you to shovel him out. But you know, just making, she did and planted a lot of seeds, so they both did. So
that's good.
Doing good on that one.
There you go. Look at you. And I get to, like I told you before, often, and my favorite question. This is my favorite question because I used to coach youth football. And many of you who are regulars on the show know what I'm about to say. Some of you newbies on here, I'll explain why. I used to coach youth football. And kind of like with your parent, you coach the kids or parents the kids or whatever. Right. It's kind of like preaching to the choir. I'm always telling the kids, read something. I don't care what you read, if it's a comic book, if it's a magazine. If you find it entertaining, that's even better. Just read something. Enhance your brain, work on your vocabulary. It exercises your thought process.
Right.
And so like I say, preaching to the choir, they get tired of hearing from me. I'm always preaching about a certain style of book or a certain title or something like that. Right. So to hear it from somebody else, what's your favorite book and why? So if they hear, they can learn from other people, they can see what other people read, they can get ideas on what to read. What's your favorite book and why?
So currently at church we're in Bible study.
Okay.
So we are doing our Bible study, which is where I should probably be. The pastor, I was like, I'm not gonna be there tonight.
I gave her a hall pass for the day. I forgot where I put it though.
We are going over The Purpose Driven.
Okay.
Now I know the book has been out for a while, but I think he wrote another version, and it has just only like a little bit more than the first version had. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
And I'm learning my purpose. Like it's a deep book, and sometimes I read it and I highlight things, and we get to Bible study and we talk about things, but then I need to go back and reread it because now it's like, okay, a different light shed it on that. Let me read it again and shed it, get it to the light that I'm in. So that's one I would definitely recommend any adult.
Gotcha.
Because I don't think that that's something kids. But I mean, reading fundamental. The second book, I was watching Good Morning America. I only get like the first maybe 20 minutes out of Good Morning America every morning. But I think this day I had off, and there was a woman on there. Her name was Minda Harts.
Okay.
And she wrote a book called The Memo: What Women of Color Need to Know to Secure a Seat at the Table. So that caught my eye for the simple fact that I want to move up.
Okay.
So now I need to see what she's saying about that. So I have not started that yet. I bought that for me and my girls, and I hope that we can start that soon.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing the feedback on that.
Yes. Apparently she wrote another book, and I don't know what it is called.
Okay.
But she's been on Good Morning America, I think twice. So I think she has 2 books out.
She got some good stuff
So
going
then
on.
Obviously something's right. So yes.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I'll hear some positive feedback on that.
Yes.
And it was a pleasure to have you. Is there anything else that we may have that you may have forgotten that you want to cover? Anything that you'd like to share with us?
No. Okay. I mean, just support your community, because we talk a lot about how we don't get the support, and I understand there's a lot we don't, to tell you the honest to God truth. But if we support our own, like other races support their own, we could be just as successful. So, I mean, I do my little parts by wearing t-shirts here and there. Like I got a tattoo, and the guy's not black, but he's a friend of my daughter, her friend's boyfriend. I probably got like a million questions on, oh, where's that place at?
Mm-hmm.
He has tattoos. I was like, yeah, just call over there. You know what I mean? So it definitely, if I can steer anyone's way, if somebody needs help, or if somebody can just drop me a note and be like, hey, my business is this or that or whatever. If you got t-shirts, I'm your girl.
T-shirt girl.
I'm a t-shirt girl. So yeah, you can do any of that, and I'll be more than happy.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate, again, high five. Wonderful job.
Yes,
I appreciate you making time for coming on the show. You did a remarkable and tremendous job.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Any comments or anything that?
No, just for me. I love the purpose-driven life. That's
Do you?
one of my favorites. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's a deep book.
That, oh my goodness. And
That's
I've read it 3 times. So
Oh,
I'm like,
really? Okay.
every time
It's something different.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. We'll have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a whole sidebar off camera. Well, I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate you coming through. I do these shows because I put on. And I say that to say this. Let me know how I can help you. Anyone who's out there watching, anyone who's watching the replay, anyone, I don't know what platform you may be watching on right now. Let me know how I can help you. If you have a business, if you have a product, if you have a positive message that you're looking for a platform to get that information out there, let me know. Inbox me, text me, get a hold of me. However you, whatever, find a way to get a hold of me. I will promise you, we will make it happen. Even if you can't come to the lab, sit in the hot seat, we will find a way to do a split screen. We'll get that information out there. Again, if it's a business, if it's a product, if it's a positive message, I will schedule you a time to get you on the show. We come to the lab, tell everybody to get their pen and the pad, and we're gonna have a good time.
That's right.
We are absolutely gonna have a good time. I got a special guest coming next week. You know who the special guest is?
Next week, no.
You got to tune in and see. But I do have a special gift for you.
Oh, thank
This is for coming on the show, for sitting in the hot seat, for doing a great job. That's my gift to you. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna have to look into the Stark water.
Stark water.
Stark water.
It's delicious. It's real good.
I mean, it's water, but considering I got kidney issues, that's what I kind of drink the most.
I understand.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I look forward to hearing your feedback on that.
Okay.
Make sure, and all you guys that are out there, make sure you tag, like, and share. Again, let me know how I can help you live. Make sure you live your life with a purpose and evolve so hard. This is Coach Cleance, your motivational speaker, your empowerment coach, your author, and your favorite baker's favorite baker, saying good night. I hope you had a good time. We love you all, but we got to leave doing one more thing. You remember the last thing we got to do?
I do.
What is it? What is it called? What's it called? We got to leave with the money dance. You got it. Thank you for tuning in. Be safe. Have a wonderful night. Goodbye.